Well, hello there. It looks like Hicks is actually in a teeny tiny little bit of drama. And the reason I say teeny tiny is because it's Twitter. The definition of Twitter is drama. If you don't have any idea about what the hell am I even talking about, well, for the past few months, Hicks been very clearly vocal about how much she likes Wuthering Waves and her dislike towards Genshin. And with how straightforward Hicks actually is, she has made some real unhinged people a little bit mad. And people have started to call her by many different names like Wuthering Waves Shill, a Genshin Hater, a Mad Lady, like the list goes on. But I truly think she doesn't really give a damn about what people might think of her if she actually has a controversial take, which I think it's kind of respectable. But I mean, I for myself don't actually agree with all of her opinions. I mean, obviously, it's not like when you disagree with someone, you have to automatically dislike that person. You can have different opinions with people and still respect them. I mean, I really like Hicks. She's funny as fuck. And I do think the amount of hate coming her way is a little bit undeserving. And not a little bit really undeserving. Like, even though people just like to call her a Wuthering Wave shill and stuff like that, she has actually put out a video about the worst things about Wuthering Waves. I mean, she's probably going to be more straightforward compared to most people. And what do you expect? She's a content creator. When you make an opinion online, you have to stand by that opinion until it's proven wrong just by facts. And sometimes it's also important to admit you're actually wrong in a certain scenario. Now, even though I have been glazing Wuthering Waves for the past week, I genuinely don't think that it's like a perfect game. I mean, it's really close, but it's still not perfect. So I did have some opinions about the things that could improve. So I was really interested to see her opinions about it as well. Okay, Hicks, what do you have for us?
I'm trying to think of all of the things that I hate about this game right now. I've been told that I'm shilling too hard. Like I'm not allowed to like anything. If I like anything and I'm complimentary of anything or positive about anything, then I'm a writer. If I'm negative about anything, I'm a drama farmer. So I decided I'm gonna make a video about all of the worst things regarding Wuthering Waves.
Subscribe.
One of my least favorite things regarding Wuthering Waves at this point, a problem that I think is very easily fixable as well, is that the tether has way too long of a cooldown. It's a little bit over
Yes,
11
I
seconds, which
actually
makes it
agree with that.
generally a bit useless. I think part of that is because they don't want you using it too much when you are in battle, but I think that could be fixed by just giving it a cooldown while it's in battle specifically. But
Listen, I think if they just made it like half as long, it would have been just, I think, perfect. I mean, obviously, if it doesn't have any cooldown, I think it'll be a little bit too broken, so 3 to 5 seconds is just a perfect balance for it. I mean, what's gonna happen? It just makes going around a little bit easier.
having the tether only be available to you once every 11 seconds in terms of traversal and exploration makes it feel not very good. I think that the grappling hook slash tether should absolutely and 100% be its own button and not just be on the
Yes,
scroll
yeah,
wheel
I
of thingies that you
absolutely
use,
agree with
because the
that.
problem is I'll bring out the sensor and I can't. This is an this for whatever reason, and then I'll try to use a grappling hook, and I
And you
can't. This is an
accidentally use another
exploration
thing.
utility, and the rest
Yeah.
of these are more logistical utilities. Another issue I have with this game, actually, really quickly, is I cannot stand the fact that I have to log in every time. It's not like the biggest
Yeah,
deal.
that
God
actually
forbid I have to take 10
happened to me
extra
as
seconds
well.
to put in
But
my
I think
password and username
I thought
every
it
time I get into
wasn't
the game, but
a
I feel like that could be
universal
fixed pretty
thing.
easily. I thought that it was supposed to be fixed. However, thus far, I still do have to log in every single time. I don't know if that's because I'm
Yeah,
on the
that's
Google
actually
Play
annoying.
version of this game. So it might literally just be Google Play has not fixed that. I have no idea, but I would like to not have to log in every time I get into the game. It's very
Yes,
annoying.
me too.
Another issue I have with this game, I want to get into a fight with a couple different enemies. Give me just a second. But I'd like to point out first, before anybody says, well, you can turn it off, Hex Juice. I have turned off all of the options for camera correction, combat, assisted aiming. All this stuff is off. However, there is still an auto locking in this game against my will. It is worse, very specifically, with ranged characters, which is probably why it annoys me very badly because I play Encore. But there's an auto lock.
I mean, it actually isn't that bad against single target bosses, but I do understand that when there are multiple enemies, it's actually pretty frustrating.
In this game that you can't turn off. It is against my will, and it will dead ass forces me to use the locking mechanic in this game, and I can't stand it. Okay, here's an example, right? I'm trying to hit the enemy that I'm facing, and it'll hit the enemy that I was hitting previously against my will. See, I'm trying to hit the big fat guy and hitting the girl behind him.
That's actually
Because
annoying
it's
as hell.
auto-locking sort of, like, without my choice. So it
And
forces
that's
me to
not-
auto-lock on the character.
And it's not like it's only for ranged attackers. Dude, my Kalcharo actually loses its targets a lot when I'm auto attacking, and he just literally just teleports mid-air. So yeah, I do think that they should put an option in the game so that you can just turn it off and turn it on when you need it.
That I actually want to hit, or else it will hit someone completely random. And I would just really like this auto lock thing to be completely removed from the game. And that's not even the worst example of it, because sometimes
to be frank, not completely removed. Like even in Dark Souls, the auto lock sometimes is actually helpful. So I think they should just make it optional, you know?
I will be facing a character and it will be hitting an enemy literally behind me. So we know that if you get too far from a boss or an enemy, it's gonna reset, right? That happens in every game. Totally normal, totally fine. The problem that I have in this game right now, and I don't know whether this is intended because it does also happen in Towered Adversity, which is kind of a problem. The problem is that the boss itself will take you to the very, very edge of its own reset distance and then reset. It really sucks to be most of the way through a boss fight and then the boss is like, actually, I'm gonna go take a nap and heal the full health really quick. The problem is it's not entirely clear where the arena is. And so I can be not even that far out, because you think that this is still more or less the arena because it's got this, like, you know,
flower things, thing. Yeah.
And here it's reset. So this is realistically not far outside of the arena. In most games, I would not expect this to be a distance at which you would be resetting. I think that it would be.
Well, I think they just put this like flower circle around it so that, I don't know, maybe players want to heal or use a buff or, I don't know, something in the middle of battle. But I do understand that the fact that the boss just fully heals and just resets itself is just a little bit not fair. I mean, technically, if you use buffs, you're not playing fair as well, but literally has a motorcycle. This guy is unfair from its core. So, like, dude, what the hell am I saying? Hex, as you would continue, please.
Be very helpful to either make the boundaries of the arena more clear with an actual indicator, or to just expand the reach of the arena. Also, you'll see, he'll come with me. This is a very fast, speedy motorcycle boss. So he's coming with me outside of the arena.
Oh no, he's stuck. That's sad.
There we go. This is not so far outside of the arena that I would expect that it would reset ever, because it is a circle of rocks. So it needs to either be larger, there needs to be some kind of warning or indicator that it's going to reset, or there needs to be an indicator of where the actual arena ends. But it's not at all clear. At all clear. Where the arena starts and ends, and it's very, very irritating to get through a boss. You know, you're really having to get into it, and the boss just resets after you've done like 3/4 of its health because you went like a couple steps outside of an arena that seems to be part of where you're supposed to be able to battle the boss. This is such an annoying bug. It's kind of funny the first time it happens, but it keeps happening. I've seen a lot of people have it on Twitter. I had actually seen it on Twitter, and then it happened to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that one's a real one. This boss will yeet you into oblivion. It'll yeet you onto the top of a mountain on the
Oh
side
yeah,
of the boss arena,
I know.
And, it's funny.
Today, this literal thing happened to me as well. I was just farming that bird thingy with Calcharo, and I just went, yep.
First time, but
Well,
it
is
does
a little bit
I got
funny, I'm not
yeeted,
gonna lie.
like a lesser distance as well. Okay, he needs to fly up, and then I'm gonna intro skill.
Whee!
There we go. There, I got it. See?
Dude, it's actually extra
I
funny
got
with
yeeted
Encore.
up into oblivion. So this is not great. Not ideal.
I mean, it's
just a
funny.
bug. You know what? It just makes me hate the game. It's just the worst thing ever when it does that. Another thing that is really annoying in this game, that is a pretty consistent problem among a lot of people actually, is that the dialogue will cut off. So
Yes,
not only will
it
the
does.
dialogue as it's voiced, like the VA, will cut off
Some-
at random if the
Sometimes it even cuts off at half sentence. Like if it was like towards the last word or something like that, I would have been okay. They just didn't tune it properly. But as I just said, mid sentence is just a little bit messy. I do think that they're gonna fix it in the future patches, because unlike some companies and some dev teams, Crow Games has actually said that they're gonna fix the dialogues as well. I mean, the game has only been out for a couple of days and they have already put out so many hotfixes. So I don't think it's really a big deal, you know?
voice line is too long, it'll also cut off on screen. So if it's more than 3 lines, the last bit of the line will be cut off on the screen as well. And this is especially true if you are using autoplay. Autoplay will cut off dialogue all the time and just start the next piece of dialogue.
A renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation.
My other gripes with the game are Yang Yang's VA, specifically in story, is god awful. The actual character VA for Yang Yang is really not that bad.
She just talks a little bit slow. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it good? No. Nearly as bad in the storylines. I hate Shisha. Storylines are bad no matter what. They're just god awful. Holy shit, they're so bad.
The hero plays at
I mean,
theater are the
dude, I think they're at least better than Rovers. At first, I literally thought that Rover's voice acting was just AI.
I just can't stand anything she ever says, and I hate her so much. What else do I hate about this game? I hate that Encore's so fucking cute. Every time I look at Encore,
yes, she
I
is.
just get terrible cute aggression, fucking cute. Every time I hate her so much. What else do I hate about this game? I hate that Encore's so fucking cute. Every time I look at Encore, I just get terrible cute aggression, and I want to go on a murderous rampage because she's just so goddamn adorable. And I want to go on a murderous rampage because she's just so
I mean, it's basically cuteness overloaded.
goddamn adorable. I hate that it's so fun that I don't want to do my job. I hate that it's so fun that I never want to make any videos and I never want to.
I hate that I'm having so much fun.
Stop what I'm doing to do that because I'm just having so much goddamn fun. It's bullshit. I hate that the battle is actually sort of engaging, and so that I have to actually pay attention to the fight. Or
how could
I'll
they
probably fail the fight.
make such an interesting combat system?
It's a single player game, and I don't need really good ping, but I mean, it's 100 right now, and that's probably bad, right? Because it's yellow and it's not green. I hate that.
Meanwhile, Me having 500 ping. Hmm, I wish mine was yellow.
That there's a lot of QOL and convenience features because it makes me feel sad because Genshin didn't have those, and if they did, they had them a year after the game came out, and also they sucked real bad. I hate that I have to have Verena on my account because they gave me a free 5-star just because, you know, and I really hate that I have to have her on my account because I don't like her design, even though she's
Okay,
really.
I think that Verena is actually getting a little bit too much hate. Her design is not bad. It's just okay, I would say. I don't think that it's a bad design in any means. I mean, she's cute, she's pretty, is just that I can't really put my finger on it. I don't know if it's her color palette or what exactly. She just doesn't stand out that much, you know? But I don't think that her design is actually bad.
Is the best support in the game, and she's really nice. I really hate having her on my account, though. It's really bullshit. I hate that specifically the female main character is so hot because when I'm trying to do
Yes.
like listen to the
Mother of
story
sight,
and hear
Booba.
the voice lines and understand what's going on, all I can do is think about her side of boba
Dear
and go
Lord.
and I can't focus. They
Relatable.
need to make her less sexy so that I can be a more effective adult.
No,
How am
no,
I
no,
supposed to
no,
care
no.
about
Make
the
her
story when all
way
I
more
see is
sexy than
this
she already
when all I
is.
see is her thigh chub as well. My God,
Dear
look at
Lord.
those things.
God
It's just
damn.
not fair. It's inappropriate. It's so. I
No,
just hate
it's
this
not.
game. I should probably
She's
just uninstall.
perfect.
She's just too hot and sexy.
She's
Overall, on a
perfect.
serious note, not pissing off Genshin Impact players or pissing off people who are upset or rage baiting or whatever it is else that I do. This is a good game. The characters are really cool.
Yes.
The animations look really clean. When you are playing on a system that it works.
I think one thing that people really need to take into account is that when comparing Wuthering Waves to Genshin, we don't really have to compare it to Genshin at its current state, which I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just Wuthering Waves has been literally out for just a couple of days. So if we compare it to the early days of Genshin, which it was actually good, let's be honest, I think WoWa is actually in a way better state. Like in gameplay, graphics, all the free stuff that we're getting. Now, I can't really say the same thing about the voice acting or most story that we saw. I mean, X was just insane, but some of the parts of the story were a little bit draggy, I'm not gonna lie. But I actually think that that's gonna be fixed as well. I truly think that they made Act 6 after all the criticisms that they got in the CBT over the story, you know? And they fucking delivered. So I'm pretty hopeful.
It's fantastic. The exploration is really smooth and really fun. The shiny hunting and the Pokemon, the echoes are really enjoyable. I really love the world. It's gorgeous, especially when you turn down your brightness. I highly recommend it. Put it down to like a third or 25% of the total brightness and your game is going to look phenomenal. You'll be blown away by it. The characters are full of personality. At least the good ones. If you liked Genshin, I think you will genuinely like this game. Regardless of like Hoyo hate or whatever, it's a fun game. I understand if you're having optimization issues. I suggest that you hold out because it's good. It's a fun game. I wouldn't say that I think it's a good game if I didn't think it was a good game. I guess what I've been thinking about is that it makes me feel sad that some people will not try this game just on the basis of it being similar to Genshin or because of their like Hoyo love or whatever. Because I think the games can actually coexist. They have to be compared. Anybody saying that they shouldn't be compared is off their rocker. This game wouldn't exist if Genshin Impact didn't exist. And by nature of that fact, you will never, ever, ever be able to play this game and it not be compared to Genshin. It will be compared to Genshin until the servers close for both games. I guess this is me wanting to.
I mean, the games can coexist in their own bubble, but I do think that competition is actually a really good thing. I mean, in the past few months, we have actually seen that Hoyoverse is really concerned about the existence of Wuthering Waves. Like, competition is good, but I truly think that you should never ever shame someone for liking to play a video game. The only part that I would say I'm a little bit frustrated about, both in the Genshin community and in Wuthering Waves community, is that both sides are just shaming each other and just trash talking each other. I mean, that's, I guess, just gaming communities are like that in general, but I do think that you should play a game just because you enjoy it, not because you're actually forced into playing it or shamed for playing another game.
This is me wanting to acknowledge that I don't think the game is perfect. I play this game because I like it and because I like open world RPGs. I liked Genshin. Kuro Games cares about its community. It cares about its players, and they've made that abundantly clear. The communication has been
Very
delightful.
clear.
And the extra words are nice. I wasn't gonna get Verena because I don't really like her character design, and I had other things that I wanted to get first. But I am glad to have her on my account because I got a free 5-star, and I'm glad for all of the characters I've gotten from all of the free wishes.
Encore is so cute.
Because Kuro cares. I guess this is a positive video.
She's
Really
so cute.
join us, and you can still play Genshin Impact after if you want. But it's a really good game. Let me know what your favorite character is in the comment section on YouTube. Let me know if you're still having issues. I've heard a lot of people, their issues are getting fixed at this point. A lot of
But
PC
I
especially.
didn't
will
really
see you
have
guys
any
next
issues.
time. I have been streaming daily on twitch.tv/hex_juice. And I stream at 10 a.m. PST. So come hang out if you'd like to have a fun time. We're really enjoying the game, exploring a lot of stuff, and I'm taking it very slow. I am in no way speed running to the end of this game because I want to enjoy it as long as possible. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!
Okay, that was actually a really good video. I think Hicks actually pointed out a lot of important facts. I think the reason that some people actually have problems with Hicks, and by some people I just mean Twitter, she's just straightforward, I would say. But at the end of the day, people are just gonna nitpick anything that they can if they don't like a certain someone. But anywho, go show Hex some love, man. She's an amazing content creator. And I'm pretty sure a decent person as well. I'm gonna link the video in the description, so go watch the video, show some love. I doubt I can actually make a influence on her channel. But anyway, I do what I can. But as always, I'm Spike, and that's all I have for this one. But as always, I'm Spike, and that's all I have for this one. See you in the next one. Bye!